Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Starflames, and we're back baby with another banging video. In this video guys, we're gonna talk about Mr. DDG splurging on India love, or at least that is what they want us to believe. Now guys, as y'all know, from time to time, I check for contents that have been planted out there because that's literally what DDG and India love they're doing. They're literally planting clips so that people can react to it, and then they get more viewers, they go up in the ranking and all of that jazz. But anywho, I think it's all fair trade. Now, as you guys know, DDG, he has been messing around with India Love, and in one segment, he'll say they don't have a serious relationship, and when they're on live stream, he'll act as though they have a serious relationship. Now, there's one particular clip going around, and what I noticed is that everyone keeps saying the same thing. DDG has spent $1,000 on India Love. Now, I don't have a problem with DDG and his money, however he feels to use that money, because the truth of the matter is it is his money. But what I find rather interesting is just the timing that they had put all of that out there. Now, if you remember, it was like 2 days before their mediation, because DDG and Halle, they still have their case in court. Yesterday, they had their mediation. But 2 days before, I think it's 2 to 3 days before the mediation, DDG was showing India Love clothes that he bought for Halle. And I find that to be very interesting, the mere fact that he had to be putting that out there. But then I remember what Halle had alleged in the court documents about DDG really not pulling his weight when it comes to Halle. And as such, you know, you can literally see what he was doing with that clip right there, showing off what he had bought for his son. No, as such, I believe that the clip with everyone talking about DDG spending $1,000 on India Love, splurging on her, in my opinion, that clip was planted out there as well, because it came out, I think it was yesterday, which was the date of their mediation, if not the day before, or it could be 3 days, right? If you look at the timing of these clips, he wants to convey a certain impression. He is taking care of Halle as it relates to clothes. He's spending $1,000 on India Love. And then what else did we see? We saw wherein he and his mom basically shaded Halle, and that was like a direct intentional jab at Halle, irrespective of the fact that that woman has been silent. She hasn't been doing anything publicly wherein we can use it to say, okay, she's talking about DDG here, or anything like that. We haven't seen anything from Halle or her family. So as such, the mere fact that DDG keeps putting these things out there, not saying that he shouldn't splurge on India, but the point is, what is he hoping to gain from all of this? Because evidently, he's the one who is stuck. And I'm wondering if he realizes how stuck he is. The mere fact that his entire life is currently, at present, surrounded by Halle. Everything about him at this point is about Halle, if you guys are observing. Buying or splurging or spending $1,000 on India Love and making it public is basically surrounding Halle, because he wants her fan base or her to see that, you know, or to pretend rather that he's happy with his new love, so much so that he's spending $1,000 on her. But if DDG is doing really well, as he say he is doing, because he has announced that he has gotten a major brand deal plus money from his live streaming, YouTube revenue with his music. $1,000 is like $100 to him. So I don't think that is anything for anyone to brag about or to be putting out there, as a means of showing off. So as such, I think that whatever he intended to do with that, it's really not given, really. If anything, it is showing and proving that, exactly as I told you all, he is definitely stuck on his baby mama. Because the other instance, as I've said, and this is just proving to you that he's not over this girl. He is literally not over Halle, and as such, I think he's losing it. He keeps working, staying busy to keep his mind occupied, but I honestly think that he's deeply heartbroken, deeply saddened by the fact that Halle is no longer in his life, because he's literally stuck on her, as I've said, using your mom to throw subliminal jabs at her. That's her again. Showing that you've bought your son clothes, that's her again. So he doesn't know how to move on. It's as though he's at this bus stop waiting for his ride, but his ride is not coming. That's how he's behaving. He's waiting for Halle, but Halle is not coming. But he's gonna do every little thing that he can. If he can't win her, he's gonna trigger her. And he's gonna trigger her to get a unpleasant response from her. And then he'll have the opportunity to say, see, I told you she was unstable. So whatever his aim is, or whatever he intends to achieve, out of his actions by throwing every little bit of details out there about his private life, it's not going to work. I think that he needs to realize that it is time for him to go to therapy. This is a thing I can never understand with people who have good money. Why is it that they refuse to go to therapy? Therapy is a healthy thing, and I think that DDG should go to therapy so that he can move on, because it's clear that he's very stuck on this girl while she's moving on with her life. And this is why every time you see India Love, taking some kind of opportunity to show or to prove that they're close, or if she gets too close to him, which would give the impression that they are intimate, he basically backs her off and he distances himself from her. And if she's not getting the message, honey, like, who's gonna tell her that boy is staying the heck away from her and he's trying to keep his distance, but she's not getting the message, because the numbers are good for her and she's willing to be humiliated for the numbers. Anything for the clout. But anywho, guys, that's all I have to share with you all in this video. Let me know what's your take about DDG, putting it out there, saying that he's splurging, spending $1,000 on India Love. But at the same time, if you're able to read between the lines, you can literally see that he's stuck on Halle and he's just using every little thing that he can to basically say, you know what? If I can't have you, if I can't win you back, I'm going to keep triggering you. I'm going to keep humiliating you. I'm going to keep throwing subliminal jabs at you, because if I'm not happy, you're not going to be happy. That's the energy that he's given. So I want to hear from you guys. What's your take on that? While you're at it, do all you need to do on this video to support your girl. Peace.